Now on CoastTV News.
It's a clear and very cold morning with feels like temperatures in the single digits and teens. Another day with temperatures below freezing, a bit milder end of the week into the weekend with showers and maybe some Sunday snow. Details coming up.
Snow struggles 9 days after being hit, what we're seeing in the effort to get back to normal.
Reckless ride, that is what Delaware State Police are calling it as more information is released about the big wreck that shut down Route 1 in Lewes on Monday.
In action on ag zoning, the plan that was being pushed in the Sussex County Council and why it was withdrawn.
This is CoastTV News Today.
And it is Wednesday, January 25th, 2025. We are making our way during our 6 o'clock hour. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning. I'm Elisa Weber. Paige Marley has the day off. Thanks for being up with us.
Yeah, Lisa, and we're working on a Wednesday. We said earlier, middle part of the week, middle part of the month. I just feel like we're in a stretch where the only big topic of conversation is the cold conditions.
The cold, the snow.
I guess NFL playoffs, if you want to talk about that.
I don't know. I think the snow takes precedent over
agree.
that. I think it does. And Bob's a really great guy. We know he is. But
is he?
Do we call? No, he is. But lately, he's the bearer of bad news, in my opinion.
I think he's the bearer of good news if you happen to
like
icy
snow,
cold Arctic
icy
conditions.
Cold. Bob, what do you got for us?
Yeah, I think Elisa's a little upset because I told her next week when she's live, Tuesday and Wednesday morning, it's going to be about 8 above, and that's without the wind. So, yeah, we've got brutally cold weather coming. Sorry about that, but it's just plain cold. It's been a cold month of January. 22 right now in Seaford, 21 in Milton, 21 in Salisbury, 23 in Ocean City, and Bethany Beach at 22. And the winds, yeah, they're not super strong, but strong enough, around 5 to 15 miles per hour, gusting over 20 at the coast and around 10 to 15 inland, even 23 in Salisbury. So that's knocking your feels like temperature to 9 in Salisbury, 13 Seaford, 12 in Bethany Beach, 14 in Rehoboth. So bottom line, bundle up if you can, and make sure you do as you head out the door, as we're looking at clear skies. So the sky conditions good. Some of those back roads, sidewalks still a little icy because we have melting and then we have refreeze, but it's going to be a cold day with sunshine as we continue in this northwesterly flow. As temperatures only slowly rise to the 20s, it will be breezy today and barely getting to that freezing mark. Remember, anything that melts will refreeze as we go into this evening. A cold ferry ride, lots of sunshine, 20s to around 30 early afternoon, but feeling like teens and 20s with the wind. Bundle up.
Thank you, Bob. And happening now, many of us just trying to get back to normal after last week's big snowstorm. Plows can still be seen on several of the back roads on Delmarva. Some people we spoke with say they see the plows, but they haven't made it to their side street areas. One man living in Millsboro is giving crews some grace when it comes to clearing the roads.
I mean, the main goal is to be able to get your car in and out, be able to get to work, to and from, all that. So I think they did pretty good.
And it doesn't look like the snow is going to melt anytime soon. We just heard Bob say we are in a stretch of freezing temperatures.
And happening today, a project for 90 townhomes is set to go back in front of the Lewes Planning Commission. Developers want to build 90 townhomes plus amenities off of Savannah Road called the Overfall Preserve. This is footage from last November when there were multiple hearings about the project, and many people wanted DelDOT to conduct a traffic study on the area before continuing with the project.
First of all, you got the high school right there, number one. Second of all, it's one of the major routes to get to our hospital, okay? And then a big concern is during the summer when you have all the tourists, they're already not really in tune with the local traffic patterns, and this is just going to make it even more complicated.
And the Lewes Planning Commission will meet tonight at 6:30 p.m.
We had the latest announcement by Delaware state government about bringing broadband internet to rural areas. According to a release from Governor Bethany Hall Long, over $17.5 billion of taxpayer money will be used. Now, this led us to look at similar announcements that have been made in the past. Here is what we found. In 2021, $56 million in taxpayer-funded grants were awarded to Comcast, Verizon, and Mediacom for high-speed internet. The year prior, $20 million for low-income families to buy high-speed internet. And then in 2018, Governor John Carney at the time announced over $1 million to extend high-speed internet access to rural communities in downstate Delaware. He said at the time this would close a gap in service by the year 2020.
And this morning, Delaware State Police will continue investigating a motorcycle crash that shut down a part of Route 1 on Monday. And according to police, the crash happened just after 5:30 p.m. when a 19-year-old motorcyclist was speeding on Coastal Highway. Police say the rider sped past an unmarked state police car and ignored troopers, ran a red light, and was described as driving recklessly. Eventually, the motorcycle ended up crashing with a truck that was turning on Bay Crossing Boulevard. Police say the motorcyclist is in critical condition, but the 69-year-old truck driver from Milton was not hurt. And for more on this full story on a crash and how it shut down Delmarva's largest highway, you can head over to CoastTV.com.
And we got the latest in the back and forth debate over development in our area. On Tuesday, new Sussex County Councilman Matt Lloyd introduced a plan. This would have banned new development in agricultural zones for a full year. At this meeting, many people turned up appearing to be upset over this. Eventually, Lloyd opted to put the idea on the back burner, which was to the delight of those people in attendance who opposed it.
I think moratoriums are really an overreaction and a short-sighted way to try to solve problems. Moratoriums themselves don't really actually solve problems. They create more problems than they solve by creating some uncertainty in the marketplace and impacting tons of local businesses and local jobs throughout the market.
And Lloyd says he plans on talking with council members to try and get their support before reintroducing it. This does bring us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know what should guide development decisions in Sussex County.
And so far, the majority of the votes at 55% say the environmental impact, and the second highest amount of votes say the community input at 24%. And if you haven't voted yet, you can still do so at CoastTV.com or on our mobile app. And Delaware's General Assembly reconvened in Dover as the legislative session has recently begun. During the session, lawmakers are expected to attempt a bill that would legalize medically assisted suicide for those suffering from terminal illnesses. Another bill in the works, along with funding school resource officers at public schools. They could also consider the home delivery of wine.
All right, we're now getting a live look at Capitol Hill, Washington, D.C., and today inside the building, that building there on your screen, the Senate will continue confirmation hearings for several of President-elect Trump's picks to head departments and agencies. That includes that of Marco Rubio for Secretary of State, Pam Bondi for Attorney General.
And this is a stark contrast after his pick for Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth was grilled by Democrats over unverified allegations about his personal conduct and professional qualifications to run for the department. NBC's Chris Pallone shows us what is expected to come out of today's hearing as Inauguration Day is just days away.
I wasn't going to say anything, but I have
Florida Senator Marco Rubio appears before the Senate Foreign Relations Committee today. One Republican joked it might be the closest thing to a love fest any Trump nominee experiences as Democrats and Republicans battle over the president-elect's more controversial picks.
My only special interest is the warfighter.
Like military veteran and former Fox News host Pete Hegseth, tapped to be Secretary of Defense. Tuesday, Hegseth faced a barrage of Democrats' questions about allegations of financial misconduct and alcohol abuse.
There was a coordinated smear campaign orchestrated in the media against us,
with some homing in on a 2017 sexual assault allegation. The local prosecutor saying no charges against Hegseth were supported by proof beyond a reasonable doubt.
You've admitted that it was consensual, and you were still married, and you just had a child by another woman. Again, how do you explain your judgment? Completely false charges against me. You fully investigated, and I was completely clear. You have admitted that you had sex while you were married to wife 2 after you just had fathered a child by wife 3. You've admitted that. Now, if it had been a sexual assault, that would be disqualifying to be Secretary of Defense, wouldn't it? It was a false claim then and a false claim now.
And others focusing on Hegseth's past opposition to women serving in combat.
What do you have to say to the almost 400,000 women who are serving today about your position on whether they should be capable to rise through the highest ranks of our military?
Senator, I would say I would be honored to have the opportunity to serve alongside you.
Republicans effusive with their praise.
You are going to have a great future as our secretary.
Hegseth can lose the support of 3 Republicans and still win confirmation. Chris Pallone, NBC News, Washington.
And later tonight on Coast TV, join NBC News for coverage of President Biden's farewell address to the nation from the Oval Office. That will happen right here at 8 p.m. on Coast TV. And we're just getting started in this hour of Coast TV News today.
Yeah, Lisa, coming up, we go back in time to see how members of Coastal Life-Saving Services lived and worked in the 1800s.
Also, Denmark funding fiasco will tell you how long it's been since the department says fees were updated and why modernization is important.
Also, Twitter takeover lawsuit. Why the SEC is suing Elon Musk over the purchase of the popular social media platform. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
The hammers are smashing, the glasses are raising, and the fun times await at Bushel Sports Bar and Grill in Lewes. Explore our selection of off-season entrees and mouth-watering signature sandwiches that are sure to satisfy any palate. Relax and enjoy local craft brews and specialty cocktails watching your favorite sports team, or compete with your friends at some 8-ball. And indulge yourself with year-round all-you-can-eat crabs served by the bucketful and seasoned to perfection. For good vibes with a friendly atmosphere, visit Bushel's on Coastal Highway today.
These fields are empty now, but soon they'll be alive.
Some teams can only dream to play it because they can't afford it. And that is why Toyota is sponsoring Delmarva's Dream Team.
We're looking for teams from any sport and any level. Each month, your Delmarva Toyota dealer will give one local team a $1,000 grant. And after the year, one finalist will receive an additional $3,000.
Nominate your dream team at DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com under the Features tab.
DSN's Delmarva's Dream Team, sponsored by your local Toyota dealer.
Delmarva Art Expo is a juried vendor show for all mediums, January 17th through the 19th at the Ocean City Convention Center. You'll find unique jewelry, fine art, and home decor from talented artisans. Visit our website for more information.
Design a custom home that fits your unique style and budget with Accessible Home Builders. At Accessible, we provide you with a variety of customizable options to create the home of your dreams.
Accessible Builders provided us with a beautiful home.
Scott is full of ideas from his past experiences, and he really worked with us on all our custom asks and wants.
We would definitely recommend Accessible Builders.
Completely customize your dream home with Accessible Home Builders.
Capture your favorite moments at the CoastTV photo booth. Strike a pose and snap a pic, all for free. View previous pictures and see the next event at CoastTV.com under the Features tab. The CoastTV photo booth, sponsored by Baths by Spicer Brothers.
6:13 on this cold Wednesday morning. HSB Cam and Cambridge 23, but you see the water's got ripples to it. It's breezy out there and cold as well, with temperatures in the low 20s from Salisbury to Bethany Beach, and everybody's locked in the deep freeze right now. And it's breezy, 5 to 15 mile per hour winds gusting over 20. So that's knocking those feels like temperatures down to about 9 in Salisbury, 15 in Milton, and 13 in Ocean Pines. So really bundle up out the door. Clear skies out there. That'll be the case today. We're still in this northwest flow, so it's that deceiving sunshine. Looks inviting, and then you step outside, you're like, whew, I better grab an extra large coffee with a bloop of cream for me, please. 31, cold and breezy as we go through the afternoon. Stay warm.
Thank you, Bob. On Tuesday, Representative Melissa Minor Brown made history as the first black Speaker of the House in Delaware. She takes the Speaker role from Valerie Longhurst, who lost her House re-election bid in last September's Democratic primary.
The George H.P. Smith Scholarship in Lewes, it is expanding. Here's a little details about it. It was founded in 2010 by the family of the late former Lewes mayor and teacher. The money will now give renewable grants of $1,500 to 4 students at a time for up to 4 years instead of a one-time thing.
Tech billionaire Elon Musk has been sued by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission over his ownership stake of the platform then known as Twitter. The SEC lawsuit alleges that Musk failed to properly disclose his ownership of X, allowing him to buy shares of, quote, artificially low prices. And the lawsuit alleges Musk and his wealth manager didn't disclose the purchases because Twitter's stock price could have shot up as a result. And so far, Musk's lawyer has not commented.
Now, with a controversial TikTok ban set to take effect just a couple days from now, people who use the app, they're looking for alternatives. The Chinese app Red Note was the most downloaded free app in the U.S. Apple Store on Tuesday. This is a video sharing platform. It's used by over 300 million people, most of them living in China. That's where TikTok is not available. By Tuesday, it had been viewed by 100 million times and ignited around 2.5 million discussion threads about the app.
Still ahead, Denmark funding fiasco will tell you how the department says updated park fees will help with upkeep of the environment.
We're seeing sunrise in about an hour, brightening skies in Laurel right now, 21 degrees, but feeling like single digits in teens. Another very cold start with temperatures not getting above freezing today. We do see a slight warm up into the weekend with showers, possibly some Sunday snowflakes. Keep the shovel handy. Your forecast details coming up in 2 minutes.
Start the new year off generously by giving to those in need on Delmarva. Coast Country Cares is hosting a Code Purple Drive on Saturday, January 18th at Boulevard Ford in Lewes. Stop by from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. to donate non-perishable food items, warm clothing, cleaning supplies, and more for shelters and those who need it most this winter. For a complete list of items for January 18th, go to coastcountry.com. Coast Country Cares, sponsored by Spicer Brothers.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry-first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation, where we bring the showroom to you.
When choosing a granite countertop, choose one for real life and beauty. No matter what life throws at them, they'll look beautiful forever. Ancient Art Stone invites you to discover the affordability of granite and upgrade your home to the beautiful works of art from Ancient Art Stone. Centrally located in Milford, Delaware, serving all of Delmarva to make your dreams a reality. Visit us and allow our devoted professionals to craft, fabricate, and install a superior finished product that will transform your home into a work of art.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Stanley Steamer is proud to be the leader in deep cleaning, cleaning over 1 million homes and businesses across America every year, using powerful equipment custom built by us. We'll remove the buildup of dirt, dust, allergens, grime, and contaminants seen and unseen from your home and business. America's professional deep cleaner for over 75 years. It's not clean until it's Stanley Steamer Clean.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Time is 6:18. We're getting a live look now at Ocean View. Bob, I don't think we're getting that warm up today.
We are not, Matt. We're getting the sunshine, so stay in the sun and out of the wind if you can, but it is going to be cold, feeling like teens really much of the day with the wind. Our storyline today, it's cold, it's blustery with wind chills in the teens. This weekend, we've got changes. It's milder in the 40s with showers Saturday. Sunday, a question mark, because I think we see rain changing to some snow and maybe some measurable snow. So in the meantime, we've got 23 in Ocean City, 21 in Rehoboth and Seaford. In fact, 21 a lot of places right now. We're in the deep freeze as we are looking at northwesterly winds around 6 to 12 miles per hour. At times gusting over 20 in Indian River Inlet and Salisbury. So it's breezy. It's really bitter cold as those feels like temperatures are into the teens for many of us. 21 in Rehoboth, but feeling like 9 in Salisbury as we have the clear skies. You see that white look to the satellite picture. That is the cold air reflecting back to space, all that Arctic air pouring in out of the north and west. So that's giving us clear skies, just really icy cold air. And in the lee of the lakes, with the lake still unfrozen, they're looking at some lake effect snow there. But basically from the central plains all the way to the southeast and the east, we are locked in with this Arctic air. It's been an incredibly cold month of January. We've had a few little warm-ups, but for the most part, really cold. And wait till you see these temperatures next week. Here's Futurecast as we go through this morning. Temperatures only slowly rising through the 20s. By noon or lunch hour, 20s to low 30s, and I don't think we're getting to that 32-degree mark, just shy of that for many of us into the afternoon. Anything that melts will refreeze this evening with temperatures in the 20s. By tomorrow morning, it's teens and 20s, and we're adding wind to that. We're also increasing the clouds on Thursday with a southwesterly flow, so by afternoon, a little better as we're above freezing, melting some of that snow with temperatures into the mid-30s. Not expecting expecting any kind of snow with these clouds this time around. As we're looking at gusty winds 25 to 30 miles per hour, they do back off a little bit as we go through tonight and Thursday morning and then shift to the southwest and a bit of a warm up tomorrow, but not this morning. Feeling like single digits and teens, and then teens and I think lower 20s this afternoon. Another cold start. Feels like temperatures in the single digits tomorrow morning and then 20s into the afternoon. Then into the weekend, I think we're looking at rain on Saturday, but then colder conditions on Sunday, meaning rain could transition to a period of snow for us. Accumulating snow, that's still up in the air, but we'll continue to watch that. But we do know brutally cold air is headed our way next week, perhaps the coldest air we've seen in a few years. Paul Davis, 7-day forecast. Pretty cold today, 31, then a slow climb in temperatures through the rest of the week. 35 Thursday, 41 Friday. Rain showers Saturday, 47, so melting a good chunk of snow there. And then showers transitioning to a little bit of snow into Sunday evening. Temperatures plummeting. Wow, look at those highs. Monday and Tuesday in the 20s. 21 Tuesday and single-digit lows Tuesday and Wednesday morning.
34 years ago, 1991 was the last time most fees for state parks were changed in Delaware. Now, DNREC claims outdated fees can lead to environmental problems that aren't caught until they become emergencies or threats to public health. They want more money. DNREC says this can bolster up programs for the long run. We went to Lewes, home of one of the largest parks in the state, Cape Henlopen, to learn what people there think about paying more to access the park. And here is what one woman told us.
We shouldn't have to commercialize it and degrade it in order to keep funding it. And I think that's true for all the parks. I think it's critical with the increase in our development that we have open spaces for people of all ages.
And DNREC says fees must align with the actual cost in order to provide services and continue the work of the department.
And one commercial revenue source proposed was the idea of a restaurant at the bathhouse, but that was scrapped after massive pushback. And up next on Coast TV News Today, see how the surfmen lived. We'll tell you how you can get a hands-on experience into the lives of the 19th century heroes on the Delaware coast. Don't go anywhere.
The Today Show, weekdays at 7 on Coast TV.
Hi y'all, it's April from Coast Country, and every Tuesday I get the honor of highlighting an amazing teacher right here on Delmarva with Teacher Feature. If you know a teacher who deserves some extra love, those who go above and beyond every day, head to coastcountry.com and nominate them today. Then tune in each Tuesday to hear their story. Teacher Feature right here every Tuesday at 11 on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. Sponsored by Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning and Vernon Powell Shoes.
Welcome to Kelly's Outdoors, your local outdoor superstore in Millsboro. We carry everything you need this hunting season, from waterfowling gear to deer hunting essentials, bows, tree stands, ammo, and apparel from brands like Drake and Nomad. We also have a wide selection of saltwater and freshwater fishing gear and crabbing supplies for your next day on the water. Kelly's Outdoors now has a wide supply of guns, pistols, and rifles from Rattay, Browning, Winchester, Savage, Beretta, Sig, Springfield, and Smith & Wesson. Before your next outdoor adventure, visit Kelly's Outdoors in Millsboro today.
Is your cookware scratched inside and an eyesore on the outside? Introducing Gotham Steel Hammered Cream Cookware. Forged with an authentic hammered design, engineered with extremely strong titanium and tri-coated with ultra non-stick ceramic. Gotham Steel features double the non-stick release. Now you can cook healthier without all the butter or oil. Get this huge 15-piece set for 4 payments of $49.99 with free shipping.
To order, call 1-800-513-6408.
Stay ahead of our ever-changing coastal climate with the Coast TV First Alert Weather Team. From the early morning to the late evening, our team is always at work to deliver the accurate forecasts you need. Whether bracing for a stormy day or enjoying a peaceful indoor moment, we're here to ensure you're fully prepared for Delmarva's diverse weather patterns. The Coast TV First Alert Weather Team. With us, the weather is more than a forecast. It's a part of life.
Happening this weekend at the Delaware Seashore State Park, step into the world of the surfmen, the lifesavers who worked along the coast before the Coast Guard. And these heroes rescued shipwreck survivors in their historic station, built in 1876, still stands in Rehoboth Beach as a museum. And And this weekend, you can learn about their work and try your hand at 19th century sewing by bringing your ripped clothes and fixing them the way the surfmen did.
And there's some pretty cool pictures.
That is cool.
We are joined again by First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahey. We talk about, maybe complain about the cold, but
it's
January after all. I have to remind myself of that.
And you said 30 degrees for January. It could be a lot worse. That is true. It is true, Bob.
Yeah, and we're not done with the worst of winter yet, I believe, as next week looks colder. It is the middle of winter now, middle of January, so we should expect cold weather. And that's the case at the beaches, but at least we see the full sunshine. Assateague and Chincoteague, you're in the low 20s early on. Low 30s this afternoon, lots of sunshine, feeling colder with the wind. Bundle up, feeling like teens and 20s. Waves around 2 to 4 feet, and Fenwick Island and Ocean City, similar conditions beginning in the 20s and then topping out in the lower 30s. On the Bayside, the next few days, improving conditions. 31 today in Cambridge, 35 more clouds on Thursday, 41 on Friday, and then also a moderating trend in Crisfield as well. And as we head into the weekend, looks like some rain and maybe even some Sunday snow, enough to shovel, possibly. We'll have more in your forecast coming up in the next half hour.
The break on Coast TV News today, California fire risk as those massive fires continue to devastate the area. We'll tell you what one LA fire chief says he is concerned about today.
Also, Overfall Preserve pushback. We'll tell you why some people in Lewes are concerned about plans for that 90 townhome development in the city.
And intense snow impact after almost a week. Delmarva is still dealing with the fallout of that snow, and we'll show you the mixed reactions from locals as the snow seems to be sticking around. Coast TV News today. We'll be right back.
DSN Plus is more energy. Extra live games and on-demand replays anytime, anywhere. DSN Plus is more hype. From playoff matchups in unified football to marching band showcases, we highlight what makes Delmarva unique. DSN Plus is more hometown pride. We go wherever our teams go with up to 5 live games every weeknight. DSN is still free on air and cable, but get even more with DSN Plus, just $6.99 a month. Download the Delmarva Sports Network app from your app store today.
Flashing lights. See them, and you know to go slow. Now we put that same technology in the palm of your hand with Lizard Flare. It's the high-tech safety flare with no flame. Lizard Flare uses 15 high-intensity LED strobes that can be seen nearly a mile away, and a powerful magnet that sticks to your car without exiting the vehicle. Look, flares are dangerous, but Lizard Flare won't let you down. A dead battery, an empty gas tank. With Lizard Flare, help is on the way. Lizard Flare Pro has an ultra-bright flashlight too.
Get your Lizard Flare for only $9.99, but wait, Lizard Flare may be discontinued. Due to rising costs, Lizard Flare is stopping manufacturing effective immediately. There is a strict limit of 2 vehicle packs per order. Call now.
This may be your last chance, so call 1-800-604-4696. That's 1-800-604-4696 or visit lizardflare.com now.
When the temperature drops and the days get shorter, the energy ignites inside. This winter, the Delmarva Sports Network takes you into the thrilling world of high school wrestling. Watch the Peninsula's best athletes battle on the mats, from takedowns to game-winning pins. Download the DSN app now and never miss a moment. This winter, it's all about high school wrestling, only on DSN and DSN Plus. Now on Coast TV News.
It's a clear and very cold morning with feels like temperatures for the most part in the teens out the door. Another day with temperatures below freezing. A milder end to the week with some showers for the weekend, maybe Sunday snow. Details coming up.
Patience in plowing, ice, and it's still being seen on back roads, side streets. How much grace are crews being given as they work to clear things up?
Hegseth handles the heat. President-elect Trump's pick for defense secretary combats Democratic attacks on his character.
Motorcycle mayhem. What investigators are revealing about a big crash in Lewes and the actions by a motorcyclist they say caused it.
This is Coast TV News Today.
January 15th, 2025. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Elisa.
Good morning, Matt. Good morning. I'm Elisa Weber. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Time is 6:29 as we make our way on this Wednesday.
I think this week is going by quickly.
Yeah, we were talking about that during the break. I disagree with you.
I thought last week,
as I always do.
I said last week felt like a month because of the snowstorm and everything.
Yeah.
The days felt long, but we're going to bring in First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahey. Bob, are you happy it's a Wednesday?
I wish it was Friday. Yeah, definitely less stressful this week than last week. Last week felt like 3 weeks combined into one with the big snowstorm. But no big snow. It's still actually the cleanup going on out there. And it's cold out the door this morning with temperatures in the low 20s, 21. A lot of places from Salisbury up to Milton, 23 in Ocean City right now. And the breeze is kicking up around 7 to 14 miles per hour out of the northwest, gusting over 20 in Indian River Inlet and Salisbury. So it feels like 14 in Delmar and Seaford, 9 in Salisbury, 13 in Bethany Beach. So you know the drill by now. Make sure you bundle up. It is cold and at least it's clear. So the sky conditions are good. The ground's still a little icy in spots. Watch for that as we're in this Arctic flow out of the north and west coming straight from the Arctic. And you can feel it out the door with temperatures in the low 20s this morning. Colder with the wind. Mid-morning around 24 in Delmar to Long Neck. And temperatures only moderating to close to 30 by noon. Not quite. And do we get to the freezing mark? I don't think so. About 30 to 31 for the high, but feeling colder with the wind and then refreeze of anything that melts this evening. So bundle up, feeling as cold as single digits and teens this morning. Temperatures slowly climbing through the 20s to around 31, but even with the wind this afternoon, still feeling like teens and lower 20s. We do warm it up with some weekend showers, maybe even some Sunday snow. More on that coming up a little bit later on.
All right, thank you, Bob. And attempting to clear off a car, that's what many people in Sussex County are still doing a week after that snowstorm hit the coast.
Yeah, Delmarva's first snowfall of the year brought almost a foot in many places. Yeah. Coast TV reporter Zakia Jennings shows us how many are still impacted a week later.
Playing in the snow after Delmarva's first snowstorm of the year is something many people have been doing. But others aren't having as much fun since their roads and walking trails haven't been cleared yet. John Gazzardi was out cleaning his car on Tuesday. As someone from up north, he gives Delaware its credit for their snow removal efforts. But he says more could be done.
I think that the main roads were done fairly well from what I've seen. And also some of the ancillary roads and the back roads just need more attention.
Tyler Hessert took his 2 dogs out for a walk, and while the dogs love these weather conditions, Hessert does not. He says it's frustrating that his neighborhood's homeowners association has yet to clear common areas such as walking trails.
Those took days to be cleared, and we are now 8 days post-storm, and those areas still haven't been cleared in their entirety.
8 days after snow hit the coast, and some say it's almost like they're still snowed in. Where I'm walking now is the walking trail that man was telling me about within his community. He says people in his community have been talking about the ice, but the HOA has not yet sent out an email. Other people within Sussex County say a week after the snowfall, they are just now getting snowplows down their streets, and they're hoping something can be done sooner next time. In Millsboro, I'm Zakia Jennings, Coast TV News.
Happening today, a project for townhomes set to go back in front of the Lewes Planning Commissioners. Developers want to build 90 townhomes plus amenities off of Savannah Road. It's a project called Overfall Preserve. We got footage here from last November when there were several hearings about this. Many people wanted DelDOT to conduct a traffic study on the area before continuing on with the project. Meeting is set to take place tonight at 6:30.
High-speed internet is zooming into more Delaware homes, and according to a release from the governor, broadband connections will be installed at over 5,700 homes and businesses in Delaware. Now that is due to a $17.4 million grant from the general federal government. And Verizon and Comcast will expand broadband to rural areas across the state, and that goal is to be done by 2027.
This morning, Delaware State Police will continue investigating a motorcycle crash that shut down part of Route 1 on Monday. According to state police, this happened just after 5:30 p.m. That's when a 19-year-old motorcyclist was speeding on Coastal Highway. Police say the rider sped past an unmarked state police car and ignored the troopers, ran a red light, and was described as driving recklessly. Eventually, the motorcycle ended up crashing with a truck that was turning onto Bay Crossing Boulevard. State police say the motorcyclist is in critical condition. The 69-year-old truck driver from Milton was not hurt. And for more on the full story on how this crash shut down one of Delmarva's biggest highways, just head over to CoastTVnews.com. Tuesday saw the start of the 153rd Delaware General Assembly. Now, here are a few of the potential bills that we are tracking now that the session is up and running. A bill that would legalize medically assisted suicide for those suffering from terminal illnesses, paying for resource officers at public schools. Legislator could also consider the home delivery of wine.
We are now taking a live look at our nation's capital, and today the Senate will continue confirmation hearings for several President-elect Trump's picks for head of departments and agencies. President-elect Trump's pick for Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth began his hearing on Tuesday, and the hearings were not smooth sailing for the veteran and former Fox News host. He faces serious opposition to his nomination, with questions about his qualification, comments he made suggesting women should not serve in combat roles, and unverified allegations of sexual assault and alcohol abuse. He has denied any wrongdoing.
National Weather Service says the LA fire risk higher today after a short reprieve on Tuesday. It's re-upping the severity of its red flag warning. CAL FIRE now ranks the Eaton blaze as the most destructive in Southern California history, and the Palisades fire as the second. Experts say it's just a perfect storm of wind and dryness that is causing these fires to spread rapidly.
What I'm most concerned about for this event is a new fire start.
Experts say no fire department in the world could have done better under the conditions. Newly surfaced video shows firefighters warned city leaders that they had understaffing, and that was just last month. Got a lot more news to get to in this final half hour. Don't go anywhere.
Coming up, Pody Swim Promotion will tell you which Delmarva state is recognizing the annual event and when you can expect those animals to take the water this year.
Also, Cape competes in season opener as the Viking Unified Basketball team took on Dover. Stay with us on Coast TV News today.
We salute Micah Eddy. Micah Eddy has significantly contributed to fire safety and rescue since starting as a volunteer at Singerly Fire Company in Elkton, Maryland in 2017. He's served in various leadership roles, including lieutenant and training officer, and earned the Chiefs Award in 2019. With a background in the Marine Corps, Micah also distinguished himself as a firefighter with Volunteer Hose of Middletown. Currently, he is a rescue technician with the Sussex County Technical Rescue Team. Micah's dedication and service are exemplary in both military and firefighting roles.
Spicer Brothers and Coast TV are honoring military persons and first responders serving Delmarva. If you have a family member, friend, or community member that you would like to nominate for a Coast TV salute, go to CoastTVSalutes.com.
You push it. You try to hold them shut, but your doors won't stay closed no matter what. Introducing Ruby Monkey Magnets. Ultra-thin magnetic plates that will keep your doors and drawers shut. Just peel to reveal the super strong adhesive. Place the monkey, then the magnet, and close. Installation is that simple, and now you have a door that will stay shut. The secret is the ultra-strong industrial magnet's powerful attraction that holds tight. Monkey magnets work on most surfaces and are perfect for cabinets, dresser drawers, sliding closet doors, and more. Even your outdoor problems are solved in an instant because they're corrosion and rust resistant. Call or go online now to get 8 sets of monkey magnets for only $9.99. Due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get monkey magnets at this low price. There is a strict limit of 1 house pack per order. Call now.
Call 1-800-453-9032. That's 1-800-453-9032. Call or visit getmonkeymagnets.com. So call 1-800-453-9032 now.
Not everyone wants a big funeral. For those seeking a simple alternative, the Eastern Shore's most trusted family and funeral services offers another option. Eastern Shore Cremation and Funeral Service is simple and affordable. A direct cremation tribute starts at just $17.45, or choose to have a small visitation service serving Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia with easy consultation by phone and streamlined electronic documentation. Learn more at easternshorecremation.com. Simply respectful.
Come out for the Delmarva Shorebirds Hot Stove Banquet, Thursday, January 30th at the Wicomico Youth and Civic Center. Get your tickets today, which includes a buffet-style dinner and your opportunity to meet Orioles manager Brandon Hyde. Plus, there'll be a cash bar and silent auction with sports memorabilia from your favorite MLB and minor league teams. Proceeds benefit the Shorebirds Fly Together Fund. Tickets available now at theshorebirds.com.
Coming up on 640 on this Wednesday morning, it's a cold one, 21 in Lewes, feeling colder with the wind. And you see the snow drifting out there by Roosevelt Inlet on the Tunnel and Razor Cam. It's in the low 20s. It's cold out there, and it's breezy as well. Sustained winds up to 15 and gusting over 20 miles per hour at times. So those feels like temperatures into the teens for the most part, even feeling like 9 in Salisbury and 13 in Redden. As we're looking at clear skies, we're looking at another sunny day, but it will be a cold day as those winds persistent out of the northwest. So the kiddos off to the bus stop, make sure they shuffle their feet, walk like a penguin, because it is still slippery out there. 20 degrees off to school. Heading home, sunshine and 31. They're going to still have to bundle up. And in case you missed it, Victoria King is our umbrella winner. Congratulations to Victoria from Lewes and her umbrella courtesy of Paul Davis and Coast TV.
Penguins to ponies. The Chincoteague Pony Swim is a Delmarva staple, and now it'll grace the cover of the 2025 Virginia Travel Guide. The news comes as the event is preparing to celebrate its 100th anniversary. The milestone swim and auction is set for this year for July 30th and the 31st. And to find out how you can get your own free guide, visit CoastTV.com.
For Delaware businesses, a grant to encourage small business growth is open for competition. The spring round of grants starts February 1st, and if you're interested in learning more, the Delaware Division of Small Business is hosting a webinar on January 22nd at 10 a.m. to review the application process.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Good morning, sports fans. High girls basketball looking to remain undefeated while taking on the 4-1 Parkside Rams last night. Zion OG able to get it done early on for the Parkside Rams. She had 13 points, but Carlisa Johnson for High answering from downtown and then stepping up big on defense as well with the block for High. And on offense, she puts in 2 of her 13 points in this game. And the Tribe's Selah Foreman led the way for her squad with 28 points, floating in a 2 right there. And last year's Bayside South Player of the Year Foreman kept it rolling as High comes out on top 55-42. The Tribe improves to 6-0 on the season. To the season opener for both Dover and Cape Henlopen Unified Basketball. Early on for the Vikings in this matchup, it's going to be Zane Richardson letting it fly, and it's nothing but nylon. How about that precision from Richardson on the other end? Ramsey Robinson glides down the floor for the Senators and puts the perfect English on this one for the bucket, and Dover kept coming. Nevia Grandison takes a step inside the arc and knocks down the smooth jumper for 2, and the Senators kept turning defense into offense. Robinson back on attack, putting his team up 9 in the second. But Dover would not be denied in this game as they go on to win 50-31. In Henlopen South boys basketball, Early College defeated Laurel 55-40 behind an Eli Johnson masterclass. He scored 26 points, tallied 6 rebounds, and added 6 steals on defense. The Hornets have now won 5 straight and host Woodbridge on Thursday. That'll do it for sports. Have a great day.
And coming up tonight on DSN at 7, Maryland Junior College men's basketball. Andrew Sachs's Chesapeake College takes on Cecil College at 10:30. It is the final score. On the DSN Plus app at 4, we got Maryland High School Wrestling, Snow Hill, Cambridge South Dorchester, and Easton. At 5, it's Delaware High School Wrestling between Del Mar and Sussex Academy. At 5:30, we got a city matchup in high school boys basketball, Parkside and Y-High. At 7, it is that JUCO hoops game involving Chesapeake College. And then we got more Delaware High School Wrestling when Cape goes up against Delaware Military Academy.
Bundle up out the door. It's a cold one in Ocean View on the Gutter Helmet Cam, 21 degrees. Feeling much colder with the wind. Temperatures today not getting above freezing, even though we'll see lots of sunshine. We do see a slight warm up into the weekend with showers Saturday and showers and possibly a little bit of snow heading into Sunday. I'll have your forecast details coming up in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Download the free Coast TV First Alert weather app today.
Introducing Paisano, the authentic pizza oven by Granite Stone. Now make the world's most delicious pizza with real stone right in your own home. You simply set it and let it make golden, crispy, extra cheesy stone-baked pies in under 6 minutes. You can get your Paisano pizza oven for just 3 easy payments of $39.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free.
Call 1-800-608-5198 or order online at buypaisano.com.
Camp Rehoboth Chorus celebrates their 15th season, performing on Broadway on Valentine's Day weekend. Featuring the best of Broadway show tunes and musicals, this concert features hits from Mamma Mia, Hair, Jersey Boys, and Hello Dolly. Performances are February 14th and 15th at 7 p.m. and Sunday matinee on February 16th at 3 p.m. at Epworth United Methodist Church in Rehoboth Beach. Tickets are $30 and $15 for students. Available at camprehoboth.org. Sponsored by CoastTV.
Are you having trouble hearing your TV or listening to conversations in loud spaces? Then it might be time to consider Nano hearing aids. Nanos are FDA-registered OTC hearing aids. Don't be fooled by overpriced hearing aids. Prescription hearing aids could cost $3,000 or more. Nano hearing aids are now offering $100 off through this special TV offer. Call now and get 2 CIC rechargeable hearing aids for only $297. And if you're not happy, return them for a full refund.
Listen to Big 107.7, Delmarva's classic rock station.
Taylor Oil Company leads a family of services offering energy solutions to Delmarva since 1927. We serve all customers with our own qualified staff of seasoned professionals, allowing us to manage all aspects of each and every call. The Taylor Oil family of services, one number for all your energy needs. Call 410-749-2151 to speak to one of our qualified employees. Taylor Oil Company, day or night, our service never sleeps.
The time is now 6:46. We're going to take a live look outside at Laurel this morning. And Bob, I'm glad to be inside, but seeing that sunrise is beautiful. I mean, that is gorgeous with the snow. It is a pretty scene, but it's much nicer to look at from inside.
Yeah, when you're looking at it from 72 degrees as opposed to being out there in the lower 20s for sure. Sun's up here in about a half hour, so we're looking at another sunny day, but it's a cold day and blustery as well. We'll see wind chill values into the teens and highs, not even getting above the freezing mark. For the weekend, we've got changes. Showers Saturday, showers on Sunday too. Could turn to a little bit of snow and maybe some measurable snow into Sunday evening. We'll have a few days to watch that and fine-tune that forecast. We're in the lower 20s now all across the area from Redden to Bethany Beach and Ocean Pines, 23 in Ocean City, 21 in Del Mar. We've got northwesterly winds that are stronger at the beach at times, gusting over 20 miles per hour in Salisbury, Indian River Inlet too, and other places pretty breezy. So it's making it feel like teens for the most part. Those feels like temperatures 12 in Ocean City, 13 in Bethany Beach, and 14 in Del Mar. As we are looking at clear skies, you see that white look to the satellite picture. That's indicating that cold air, that Arctic air reflected back to space. But we're looking at clear skies. It will be another sunny day, but it's another cold day as this air mass is coming straight from the Arctic. Seeing some snow showers into upstate New York, typical lake effect snow areas, nothing all that heavy. And then that Arctic air extends all the way back into the Midwest and northern plains. And then all that cold air continues to pour out of Canada and then move to the East Coast. And that'll be the trend really as we go through maybe the rest of the month. Here's Futurecast, and we're slowly warming through the 20s this morning, mid-morning and mid-20s, and then around 30. Shortly afternoon from Millsboro and Long Neck, you see the colorful arrows indicating the stronger winds. And I don't think we're getting to that melting point today. So we'll see some melting in the sun. Whatever melts will freeze as temperatures fall through the 20s, freeze solid. By Thursday morning, we're in the teens and 20s. A few changes for Thursday. Increasing clouds, winds turn to the southwest, and we do warm up above freezing around 33 to 35, so we will be melting some snow. But those winds are gusty, 25 to almost 30 miles per hour today. And then we're looking at those winds backing off a little bit as we go into tomorrow morning and then shifting to the southwest. And that will lead to a bit of a warm up tomorrow, but not this morning with single digits and teens. Feels like temperatures feeling like teens and 20s this afternoon. Then again, tomorrow, single digits in the morning, but improving into the afternoon hours. And then for the weekend, I think we are looking at some rain showers showers on Saturday, and then more interesting scenario on Sunday, especially in the afternoon with rain, maybe changing to a period of snow and maybe accumulating snow into the evening hours. We'll be watching that, followed by the coldest air mass of the season, brutally cold air as we head into next week. Paul Davis' 7-day forecast has moderating temperatures into the end of the week, and then the weekend 47 with showers on Saturday. Then those showers turn to a little bit of snow on Sunday. Could be some accumulation, 41, and then brutally cold Monday and Tuesday. Look at that, by Tuesday, only 21 the high, and single digits for lows Tuesday and Wednesday mornings.
Thank you, Bob. This morning, a Milford man facing charges after an attempted burglary. This is at the Shore Stop on Bay Road in Milford, and you can see that location on your screen. That's the business where officers say its glass doors were shattered, and according to Milford Police, Bryant Ratliff is charged with attempted burglary and criminal mischief. And for more on this story, you can find information and details on CoastTV.com.
And police will continue to investigate how a 67-year-old woman from Millsboro was hurt in the Giant grocery store parking lot on Plaza Drive. According to police, this happened around 11:30 a.m. and the woman was walking in the lot when a 72-year-old driver hit her. She will be okay, but the driver was given a ticket for inattentive driving.
Okay, here's one that affected me. I'm sure it affected a number of you out there. Receiving a text about Maryland unpaid tolls. I got one just yesterday. The details are here. The Transportation Authority says there are phishing scams going around tricking people into paying a fake toll debt. Officials say the service will never ask for payments through text. If you do get one of these, the state says to delete the message and also check your account through the legitimate toll service website.
And the time is now 6:50, so we're going to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
And today's coastal pet of the day, loving all the snow
it.
that we have recently received here on your screen, is this precious pet who looks like he may be cold, even though he also might be enjoying his time in the snow. This dog was submitted to us by his family in Dagsboro.
Could feel like a summer day to him. That's how my dogs act when it's snowing outside. But we want to see more of your pets on Delmarva. You can send us photos and tell us what makes them so special. You can take a look at your screen.
That is where you'll find the QR code at the top there. That way you can submit your furry friends and other friends to Coast TV News, and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
That cute pup looked very content in the snow. We're still looking at quite a bit of snow out there and a beautiful sunrise. Sun's up at 7:17 and Laurel 21 right now, feeling like teens and single digits. And we don't get above freezing today. We do see a slight warm up into the weekend with showers and possibly a little bit of snow on Sunday, followed by the coldest air we've seen in some time next week. Your 10-day forecast is coming up next. Stay tuned.
All right, what have we got? My insurance won't cover IVF. You diagnose me and you write me the script. This is medical fraud. Don't I owe this is true?
Some kind of fumes got everyone sick. There's still kids inside.
Any idea what they were exposed to?
We can't treat them until we figure out what happened here.
You've had lots of lumps.
And siblings. They're all dead now.
Who is this girl?
Chicago Wednesday, new on NBC and Peacock.
It all started with a food truck. A truck and a dream of bringing excellent street food to our community. That dream became Tiki Jack's as we know it today. From mouth-watering street tacos to our signature sandwiches and street-inspired entrees, Tiki Jack's is the ultimate destination for comfort food by the shore. Whether you're dining out with family or looking for a fun night out with friends, stop by Tiki Jack's of Rehoboth Beach today for all your street eats and brews.
Life is full of unexpected moments. At Tunnel & Razor, we know the value of being prepared.
We work closely with our clients to understand their goals and concerns in drafting their wills and powers of attorney.
Estate planning isn't just for the wealthy. It's for anyone who wants peace of mind to know that their loved ones are taken care of.
We will walk you through each step and make sure all your questions are answered.
Our caring and skillful representation means your wishes will be respected and your family secure.
Tunnel & Razor, your trusted partner in life's journey.
Hi, this is Amber Brazier. Welcome to Brazier's Carpet Care. Drop off your rugs today or have us pick them up and let our state-of-the-art cleaning plant do the rest. Many methods are used to clean rugs, from air dusting to remove fine soil to soaking in our whirlpool. Hand-knotted rugs are carefully washed, rinsed with cold water and wrung out, followed by a trip through the centrifuge before entering our controlled temperature drying room. We also repair all types of rugs from braided to hand-knotted. Quality cleaning by people who care. That's Brazier's Carpet Care.
This is a community where my zaniness fits in just fine. Because I go to Rehoboth Beach, they love me because I'm zany. I go to Lewes, they love me because I'm zany, I guess. Or they tolerate me, you know. I go to Milton, I go to Salisbury, and just people are more accepting than you would typically give them credit for. That's an overall wonderful, even playing field, is connecting with people regardless of the background or the culture. It is really surprising how diverse this particular area along the coast is specifically.
The time is now 6:54, and here are the things you need to know before you go. This morning, Delaware State Police will continue investigating a motorcycle crash that shut down a part of Route 1 on Monday. According to police, the crash happened just after 5:30 p.m. when a 19-year-old motorcyclist was speeding on Coastal Highway. Police say the rider sped past an unmarked state police car and ignored troopers. He also ran a red light and was described as driving recklessly. Eventually, the motorcycle ended up crashing with a truck that was turning onto Bay Crossing Boulevard. And police say that motorcyclist is in critical condition, but the 69-year-old truck driver from Milton was not hurt.
Happening today, plans for townhomes in Lewes back in front of the city's planning commission. Developers want to build 90 of them, plus amenities off of Savannah Road. It's called Overfall Preserve. The Lewes Planning Commission will hear it once again tonight, and that meeting is set to take place at 6:30.
And it's National Dress Up Your Pet
boy,
Day.
Lisa.
Oh, I'm excited.
If you haven't dressed your pet before, you can start small by introducing a bandana or bow.
You want to make sure you never restrict movement or your pet's ability to breathe when accessorizing.
I love that.
Oh.
And if you want to take it up a notch, dress up in a matching outfit with your pet. I got choked up there.
That's a good idea. Wow. Well, it is now 6:55, and here's a quick look at your forecast before you head out the door.
Bob, we got another day of bundling up like some of those pets there.
Yeah,
I love the wiener dogs with the hot dog buns around them. I could always put a bandana on my golden retrievers, but they would never go with anything on their head, like antlers or anything like that. They'd shake it off and try to get it off. But anyhow, make sure you bundle up those dogs in the well, not necessarily the costumes. We are looking at temperatures in the lower 20s this morning, but with the wind feeling like 10 to 12 between about 6 and 8 a.m. As we go into the afternoon, warming through the 20s, if you want to call it that, into the lower 30s, and feeling like teens and lower 20s. So it's going to be cold, and we are going to melt some of that snow and ice in the wind. Remember, anything that melts will refreeze as temperatures get down to 14 as we go into tomorrow morning. Paul Davis 10-day forecast, clouding up on Thursday, 35, and we do warm it into the 40s on Friday, 41 degrees. As we head into the weekend, we've got changes. 47 with showers Saturday. Rain showers Sunday, I think, does transition to some snow, maybe measurable snow and accumulating snow. We'll watch that, 41. And then the coldest air of the season early next week, 29 Monday and single digits Tuesday and Wednesday morning. A high of only 21 on Tuesday, and temperatures slowly recover after that as we go through the weeks. There are some rumors of maybe some kind of storm system to our south next week, but right now we will keep it dry and we will keep you posted, so make sure you stay warm on this cold January weather pattern.
Monday and Tuesday look great, don't they, Matt? Well, thank you so much for joining us here for Coast TV News today.
Yeah, the Today Show is coming up next at 7 a.m.
Then we'll be back for Coast TV News midday at 11, so stick with us.
And until then, have a great Wednesday morning, everybody.